Well, the truth is we're all at risk for colon cancer. Only 5% of colon cancer is inherited. The rest is a random event. 1 out of 18 adult men and women in the United States are going to get colon cancer in their lifetime. That's scary. The reassuring thing is that if adults between 50 and 75 underwent colonoscopy and removed polyps, we'd prevent 90% of those cancers. Is colonoscopy embarrassing? Sure. Awkward? Yeah. Don't die of embarrassment. Colonoscopy prevents colon cancer.
So colon cancer will normally present earlier than when you have symptoms. So the concern is that with a small colon polyp, which is where most colon cancer begins, that you wouldn't have symptoms. So the purpose of screening colonoscopy is to detect colon cancer before it actually occurs. With a screening colonoscopy, we can detect and remove small growths called colon polyps to prevent colon cancer. That's the goal.
Actually, with the Affordable Care Act, that mandates that screening colonoscopies be covered 100%. If you do have polyps or biopsies that are sent into the lab, there may be a small additional cost. Our billing department or your insurance company can help you figure out if there will be any extra cost and what that would be.
Colonoscopies can be uncomfortable without any kind of sedation or anesthesia. Here at Spokane Digestive, we do offer propofol anesthesia. Propofol is a medicine that is basically like a light switch into your brain. It gets you all the way to sleep, your eyes are closed, you're breathing on your own, there is no conversing whatsoever. And it's very fast acting, and it also comes off very fast as well. Within 30 to 45 minutes after the last dose, you should be wide awake and almost be able to be productive for the rest of your day.
Colonoscopies are not dangerous. Serious complications, which include complications to the heart or lung, are less than 1%. In fact, they're extremely safe, and the risk of a perforation, which is a hole in the lining of the colon, is less than 1 in 1,000. And lastly, when performed by a board-certified gastroenterologist, the risk of bleeding during a colonoscopy is less than 1%.
Colonoscopies are actually a very accurate measure for finding colon polyps. Colonoscopy actually can find polyps as small as 1 to 2 millimeters in size. They can be removed at the time of the procedure, which are much smaller in size than other measures of looking for colon polyps. Colonoscopy allows us to find small lesions in the colon, take them out before they become serious. It is a more accurate measure of finding colon polyps than CT or barium enema, where the polyps actually have to be larger in size, and these also do not allow to remove the polyps at the time of those procedures.
We understand that patients are very nervous or have concerns about having a colonoscopy. They're afraid that there may be pain involved, or that they're going to be embarrassed that they're not going to have to take their clothes off. We just want to reassure you that there is very minimal pain involved in a colonoscopy. The biggest thing that people experience, if anything, is the pressure from gas. And we've done a lot of different things to alleviate those types of pressures with CO2, which dissipates in your body really quickly. So people are recovering faster and are telling us that they aren't experiencing any discomfort. Another thing is the backside. They don't want to show their backside. They're already very vulnerable. They don't want to have to show their body. We are really good at taking care of patients and trying to keep them comfortable. We hand out warm blankets. We tell lots of jokes. So a minimally invasive procedure, 20 minutes long. We'll keep you draped, we'll keep you private, and maintain your dignity while you're here.
Well, it's no pina colada. However, preps have come a long way over the years. We do a split dose regimen where we have you drink half of the solution the night before the procedure and the second half the morning of the procedure. For some patients, a low volume prep may even be appropriate. When you do schedule with us, we do give you some tips to help make the process a lot easier. So it certainly is nothing to be afraid of.
There are several different ways to go about doing colon cancer screening. Colonoscopy is the gold standard. It's the best way to go about it. It has the highest rate of detection of abnormalities in the colon. But in addition to that, it gives the opportunity to find and remove polyps, which are the precancerous growths that are how colon cancer always starts out. So it grows from polyps. With the stool test, we can have a reasonably good chance of finding very advanced polyps or colon cancers. But we'd really like to ideally be not ever developing cancer. We'd like to be preventing it. And colonoscopy is what allows us to achieve that through the finding and removal of polyps.